In 2026, Rome just opened up 2 brand new metro stations on Line C. Now, if you haven't heard of Line C is kind of new, I guess. It's about 10 years old for the most part, but it was kind of like a train to nowhere. It really just serviced Roman neighborhoods. It wasn't very well connected to the rest of the cities. Therefore, for tourists, as far as tourists go, it really was not usable. But now that with the new stations, it connects there at the Colosseum, which is a very popular station, so it's so easy to now access Line C. And Line C, there really are some great things to see along Line C, and in this video I'm going to share with you many of the great things you can do and eat and see on Line C. If you want to discover the real Rome, well, that's what this video is about. Beyond the tourist spots, Line C's got lots to offer those that want to take that adventure into Rome. I've got so much to share with you. Let's get started. With Rome's 2 new metro stations, it's now super easy to get to the Line C metro. If you're on the Line B, all you have to do is hop off at the Colosseum, and from there you can transfer to the Line C. But if you're on Line A, it's also very easy. Just head to the San Giovanni station, and from there you can also access Line C. If you hop on Line C at the Colosseum, the very first station you're going to come to is Porta Metronia. Now, this is just maybe a 3 or 4 minute ride, but what it does give you is access to a really nice grocery store right outside the metro as soon as you hop off. If you're staying in the Colosseum area and you want a nice grocery store, many of the inner city grocery stores are very small and kind of expensive. This gives you the opportunity to grab a great selection at this grocery store. From the metro station Porta Metronia, it's just a short walk to the Basilica of Saint John and Lateran. You can check out Rome's oldest obelisk. You can check out the baptistry. And you can even check out one of the more impressive churches, basilicas in Rome. It's super impressive. Even if you're not visiting during the Jubilee, it's definitely a must-see basilica while you're in Rome. Our next stop along the sea line is San Giovanni. San Giovanni is where you're going to find La Basilica di San Giovanni in Lateran, and across the street from that are the sacred stairs. Just outside the Lodi station, there are some great things. In fact, there's one of the more authentic outdoor markets right there as you exit the metro station. You may have heard of Campo dei Fiori. Now that's a very famous, it's one of Rome's oldest markets, but it is very touristy and it caters to tourists. This open market caters to Romans. If you want a real authentic market, this is where you want to go. Just off the Lodi metro station exit on Line C, there's a real authentic market. Tons of fruits and vegetables, clothing, everything much cheaper, much more authentic than Campo dei Fiori. It runs every day except Sundays. It's closed on Sundays from early in the morning until about 2 in the afternoon. And again, if you're looking for a very authentic open market experience with more than just a few booths, there's quite a few out there. I'd say there's 50 or 60 different vendors out there selling stuff. Quite enjoyable, quite authentic. You're going to really enjoy it.
Hello. This is a good pick. No problem. For you, good price.
Within 100 meters of the Lodi metro station, there is Gastomario.
So if you get a chance to get on the C train and you come out to Lodi, this is the place. They were very hospitable. They treated us like gold. They gave us extra things that they didn't charge us for. They just wanted us to enjoy their store and try some of their favorites. It was so fun.
Now this place is a pasticceria. It's fantastic. Let me tell you, we went there, we were blown away. The service was awesome. The people were super friendly and they treated us honestly like kings. The food could not have been better. We had some panettone, some other little croissant things, along with some cappuccino, and it was fantastic. They make it all right there. I mean, let me tell you, you want to go to a special pasticceria, something that will leave an impression on you, then you definitely want to head here. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best I've been to in Rome. And again, it's a little more authentic than those that you're going to find in the city center. So this place really was excellent. And this is the panettone he brought us. This is only for Christmas time, but it's just, we're in January right now, so this is the last of the panettone. This is a chocolate panettone. One of the best I've ever had. Super good.
Ciao, sono Valentina, sono la pasticcera di Gastomario. Siamo qui a San Giovanni, Piazza Lodi a Roma. Our specialty is the bakery. Everything
The bakery?
is yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And they bake it right here, huh? You make it right here?
Yes. Noi facciamo tutto a vista, nella cucina a vista. Abbiamo un piccolo menù, però facciamo cose abbastanza classiche, ma con il nostro stile.
Yeah.
Ciao, ciao da Gastomario.
Ciao.
Just steps away from the Lodi metro station is Negozio dell'Usato. It's the secondhand store, it's the used store, it's the thrift store. Most of the thrift stores in Rome, thrift storing is a little bit different. In Rome, it's kind of considered, it's pretty pricey. It's considered a luxury in many cases to have used goods. A lot of these boutiques in Rome, are kind of expensive, and here, I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's much more reasonable. All kinds of interesting things, not just clothing. They've got jewelry, they got, all kinds of stuff. Pots, pans, glasses, interesting things that you can pick up there, check out. One-of-a-kind things that you're not going to find everywhere else. So if you're in the area and you're next to this metro station, which with the Line C, it makes it super easy getting out here, go check it out. I think you'll have a good time. So we couldn't just go out to the Mercato dell'Usato without buying a few things. At least Kim couldn't. And she picked up this little case here, like a jewelry little case here. I'll show you what else she bought. This was €5. This ring here, picked up. It's got some kind of stone in there. I don't know exactly what she saw in it, but it's okay. It's like, I think it was €7. This one here was 4.5. Another cool looking ring. I'll show you one more ring she picked up. This was 5. She picked up another ring here. This was €5. She got a bracelet for €5. Isn't that cool? And probably the best thing she bought, and this was €22. This is an old vintage cameo. See that? Kind of interesting. Anyway, be sure to head out to Mercato dell'Usato and see what treasures you can find. As a small YouTuber, it does take subscribers to keep this channel going, and the best way to get subscribers is if you like, share, comment, and if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Mille grazie. Our next stop on the Metro Line C is Pigneto. Pigneto is a very fun neighborhood to explore. Lots of great food. Some of our favorite, in fact, are right there in the Pigneto area. Just maybe 100 meters from the Pigneto metro station is a great Korean restaurant. Yes, Korean food. We're in Rome, but sometimes you want something different. And if you're in the mood for Korean barbecue, all that Korean good food, then head to Korea More. Trust me, this place was fantastic. You won't be disappointed.
Benvenuti Corea More. Benvenuti Corea More. Benvenuti Corea More.
Okay, we just got done with our meal. It was fantastic. Now, I've never been to Korea. Neither of us have, so I really don't have a basis to compare it to Korean food. But as far as flavorful, fresh, perfect spiced, it wasn't too spicy. It was just perfect. I had the soup, and we had 2 types of chicken, and it was fantastic.
We met the chef and his wife, and the waitress, very, very kind and very informative.
Yeah, it's great. And then also, I'd say that, as far as expense, it's pretty reasonable. Each of the dishes were around €14, plus or minus a little bit, depending on what you got. And they were very generous on the proportions, so yeah, great experience. Another fantastic find there in the Pigneto neighborhood, just a short walk from the station, is Malatesta. Now, this is a pastry shop that sells the Malatesta, those pastries with the cream on them. They make them fresh every day, but here's the catch on this place. It's only open in the evening after 7 p.m. and it closes around 1 or 2 in the morning depending on the day of the week. If you're in the mood for something sweet late at night, head over to Malatesta. Another fantastic little restaurant not far from the Pigneto metro station is a place called theMalatesta Pigneto. Today I went there and had a fantastic lunch. In fact, it was one of my favorite lunches I've had in a long time here in Rome. The menu was 10 euros flat. It included bruschetta with lots of tomatoes on it. I got the gricia pasta, had lots of guanciale. It includes a soft drink, water, whatever you want to drink with that. And if you want, it'll also include a cup of coffee at the end. So yeah, for 10 euros, that's including everything. No service fee in this, 10 euros flat, and it was fantastic. And I'm not saying this because it was cheap. It was cheap and it was fantastic. Now, if you were to get other dishes like chicken and things like that, I don't know. But as far as pastas go, this place was really, really good. If you're new to our channel is all about helping you have a great time in Rome. We do have a travel guide, so be sure to check that out. I'll put a link to it in the description along with a discount code. Now we're off to the next metro station called Malatesta, and right at Malatesta metro station just outside there are 2 places. The first is Corsetti. Now this place we were super impressed with. We went there yesterday and had what they call tramezzino. It's a triangle sandwich. A lot of times you'll see them in bars, you'll see them in grocery stores, and they're filler food. They're nothing spectacular, but here they were spectacular. Let me tell you, this place was buzzing. Grazie. So we got some of these, they're called tramezzino. These are around 2 to 2.5 euros each. It's a big, nice sandwich. Go ahead and take a bite and see what she got. The egg and tomato. Is it good? Mm-hmm. I mean, really, what do you think?
Very good.
All right, here. I'm gonna try mine now. I got tuna and artichoke. Tuna and artichoke in here. We'll see. Oh, the big artichoke. You know, it's actually really good. Now, they sell these in probably every bar throughout Rome. None are this good. I've had them before, and even some in the grocery stores. The ones I've had, they weren't this good. Everybody was after them. They only cost like 2 euros, 2.5 euros, depending on which one you pick out. There's at least a dozen, maybe more than that, different types of tramezzini to choose from. This place is special. Another thing I want to point out, these sandwiches, you can have them like reheated where they put them through a little toaster so they get a little crunchy bread, or you can have them without. I chose to have mine grilled, so that's how I like my sandwiches. That crunch is perfect. Another place really close to the Malatesta metro station is a little pizzeria called Lateran. Now this place is fantastic, super inexpensive. In fact, it's dirt cheap, but trust me, don't let that fool you. The pizzas here were fantastic. Tons of choices. It's very popular in the community there. This is a very authentic local place to eat pizza. Inside they've got 7, 8, 10 tables to sit down at, but if you just want to get it to the go, you can do that. But definitely swing by Lateran. It's fantastic. The next stop on the sea line is Teano. Not far from Teano, maybe a 7-8 minute walk, is a fantastic pizzeria, Roman style pizzeria called 180 Grams. I had a fantastic pizza there. I got the margarita. Now remember, this is the Roman style pizza, not like the Napolitan. It's much, much thinner, but the pizza here was fresh, had lots of fresh basil on it. Lots of people eating, enjoying dinner there. It's a hit. So if you're looking for that Roman pizza while you're in Rome, I recommend you do eat Roman pizza somewhere, and there's no place better than 180 Grams in my opinion. The last station I'm going to mention is a station called Gardenie. If you enjoy playing pickleball, there's a great pickleball club about a 10-minute walk from the station. They have 4 indoor pickleball courts. You can call them up, and they have open play certain days of the week. So if you enjoy pickleball, this is the stop. It's real easy to get to, even from the center of Rome. While many of the stops along the sea line do not offer that shine and shimmer of the historical area of Rome, it more than makes up for it in personality and friendliness. There's so much more to Rome to discover, just a metro ride away. If you're not tired of me and you want to see another video, I've got a great video I just did about Fountains and Street Food. It's about some of the fun fountains in Rome and some great street food that you can eat at the fountains. That video is coming up right now.